Hello, everybody, and welcome into the broadcast. I am Samuel Reese coming to you live tonight on YouTube and Twitch. A look at the starting goalies as it's the Pittsburgh Penguins taking on the Boston Bruins. For Pittsburgh, it's Casey DeSmith between the pipes. For the Bruins, meanwhile, it's Dan Vladar, the third-string goalkeeper. Tuukka Rask still injured. Yaroslav Halak given the day off. 13 games, 11 starts for DeSmith, just 2 starts for Vladar. The Boston Bruins are 12-0-1 in their last 13 games in Boston against Pittsburgh, and they've won each of the last 10 meetings against this Penguins team at TD Garden. They are led by head coach Bruce Cassidy, of course, and the Penguins led by Mike Sullivan. We're ready for the puck drop at center ice. We're underway at TD Garden. The Bruins and the Penguins with fans in attendance. Garrett Rank and Dan O'Rourke are tonight's referees. The officials, the linesmen rather, Libor Shunak and Shandor Alfonso. And I will get to the lines in a moment, and let's do that right now. First for the visiting Pittsburgh Penguins, Getzel, Crosby, and Rust on the first line. Zucker, McCann, and Rodriguez on the second line. Aston Reese, Goudreau, and Tanev making up the third line. And then it's Lafferty, Jankowski, and Angelo on the fourth line. On defense for Pittsburgh, it's Dumoulin and Letang on line one. On the second line, it's Matheson and Ceci. And then it's Peterson and Marino on the third line. What's going on, Gavin? Hopefully Vladar will get that shutout. I hope so. The Bruins got to get back on track. I appreciate you tuning in, though. We're just underway in this one. As you can see, I have my Red Sox gear on. I was going to call their opening day matchup against the Orioles, but the game unfortunately got rained out. But at least I had the Bruins, not a bad backup to have, so I decided to just call this game, which was easier for me, too, since it was at night. Marchand, Bergeron, and Pastrnak, as always, on the first line for Boston. It's Ritchie, Krejci, and Smith on the second line. Bjork, Coyle, and Senyshyn on the third line. It's Bleed, Frederick, and Kuhlman on the fourth line. Meanwhile, on defense for Boston, it's Lozon and McAvoy on line one. Grzelcyk and Carlo on the second line. And then last but not least, on line three, it's Zaboral and Clifton. So that's what it looks like for both teams tonight. A minute in from TD Garden. There are fans in attendance, about 2,500 of them or so. Pittsburgh with the puck. Here's a shot blocked in front. Second chance. And a right pad save made by Vladar as he denied Jake Getzel from the left wing. And now another chance for Getzel. That shot goes off the apron of the goal. Crosby cycles it high, down low, and the one-timer at the left circle was fired wide by Brian Rust. Rust now with it behind the Boston goal. Rust will swing it in behind the goal. Getzel's pass takes a deflection off the back of the net. And now Grzelcyk looking to clear. Ritchie in a battle for the puck. Grzelcyk now helping out. Rust still with it for the Penguins. He'll send it in behind the Boston goal where Charlie McAvoy collects. And finally, the Bruins get it out of the zone, although it will be an icing call against Boston. Well, Pittsburgh certainly not wasting any time testing Dan Vladar, the goaltender for the Bruins tonight. And that was a pretty good opportunity there for Getzel. Nice pad save made by Vladar, getting tested in the early stages. 2 minutes in, and another shot from the right point this time. Vladar turns it aside. Boston clear. This will not be an icing. Marchand wins the race to the near corner. Now it's poked ahead for Krejci. Krejci cycles high. The shot from the point by Clifton's blocked, and now Pittsburgh taking it the other way through center. With the puck is Goudreau. In behind, Bruins repossess. Smith will spin it off the wall. Now played indirectly down the left wing. Closing in and firing a shot on goal was, I believe, Anthony Angelo. Another stop by Vladar, who's been solid to start the game. The Bruins under siege. They'll now take it out through the neutral zone. The self pass ahead by Trent Frederick. Frederick on the chase. Getting there first was Brandon Tanev. And Tanev will swing it around to the far side where Marchand picks up the puck. Rather Carson Kuhlman flying down the left wing. Now holding along the end boards. Finally pushed off the puck. Picked up by McCann. Zach Aston Reese now with it. He'll send it in deep. Vladar controls and taps it over to McAvoy. Three and a half minutes played. No score between the Penguins and the Bruins from TD Garden. It's great to have fans back in attendance for games. I believe this is the third game for the Bruins with fans in attendance. About 12% of what TD Garden holds allowed inside the arena. That will be an icing call. Face-off coming back in the Boston end. Daniel Vladar certainly with a stern test against this Penguins team who have been playing well lately. As you can see on the ticker, this is a Penguins team currently third in the East Division, and they stand 7 points clear of Boston on 48 points. The Bruins just barely clinging on to that fourth spot, although they do have some games in hand. That's played down low. Russ trying to get a shot on goal, but in the end, it's turned over. Now at the left point, it's sent in deep by the Penguins. Here is Crosby in the near corner. Nice pass and a glove save. Vladar there to deny Brian Dumoulin. The chance was there. Dumoulin actually seeking his first goal of the season, and Vladar had other ideas. He's been solid so far for the Boston Bruins. Yeah, that was a great chance for Pittsburgh to take the lead in this game. Brian Dumoulin, very familiar with the Boston area. He played college hockey at BC. Had 11 goals and 72 assists in 123 games with Boston College in his 4-year career from 2009 to 12. Pittsburgh win the O-Zone draw. And the one-timer from the high slot is blocked on the effort by Dumoulin once again. Krejci gaining the line. Krejci sends one in, turned aside by DeSmith. Now it's Cody Ceci. Ceci ahead for Anthony Angelo, and that will be sent all the way down. It did take a deflection on the way, no icing called, and Boston take it the other way. Just under 5 minutes played in period one. No score between the Penguins and the Bruins as we get towards the latter stages of the season, where a whole lot is at stake, especially in this very competitive East Division. Vladar in some trouble. The pass gets through in the end to Anders Bjork, now brought ahead by Coyle. Coyle with the entry. Self-pass to the end boards. Fighting for the puck, helping out is Anders Bjork. And Coyle will dig it out to the left point. That shot blocked in traffic. And Pittsburgh on the shovel pass, get it out to the Boston zone. Clifton, though, is there. D-to-D pass. Zaboral for Coyle. Coyle weaving his way through, now to the near corner. Can't maintain possession. It'll be brought back the other way by the Penguins. Zaboral right to Pettersson. McAvoy to Marchand. Taps it to Pastrnak. Back to Marchand. Down low. Here's Pastrnak. Sent one in front. Second try, and it's off a skate. And Crosby with a stretch pass now. And here's a chance on the right wing. The shot is saved over the boards as Vladar denies Getzel for the second time tonight. Wow, so this went from a golden opportunity at one end for the Bruins to Crosby gaining possession of the puck and doing a brilliant job on the outlet pass, finding Getzel up ice from one zone to the other in the blink of an eye. And Getzel had a solid chance down that right wing, but Vladar said no. 14:04 to go in the opening period. The Bruins win the defensive zone faceoff. Cross ice it goes to Matt Grzelcyk. Grzelcyk surveying his options. This is flipped to the neutral zone. Glove down by Jared McCann. And here's a chance down the left wing. Vladar shuts the door to deny Jason Zucker. The Penguins with essentially all of the chances early on in this game, as this will be sent in by McCann. Bruins back into the neutral zone. Tap forward by Kuhlman as he shovels it ahead. There for the Penguins is Matheson. Down the right wing, it's brought in by Brandon Tanev. Clifton takes a big hit. The Bruins do manage to exit the zone. It'll be circled around the Pittsburgh net by Cody Ceci, and that pass deflects into the Bruins bench area. 13:04 to play in the opening period. No score between the Penguins and the Bruins from TD Garden. We're just getting started. The action continues after the break. Stay tuned. Welcome back into the broadcast, everybody. Just under 7 minutes played. No score between the Penguins and the Bruins. Look at the East Division point leaders. Sidney Crosby topping that list with 39. His teammate Jake Getzel, fourth on that list with 34. And then the Bruins' own Brad Marchand, third on that list with 36 points. Backstrom of the Capitals in second with 37. And then Ryan Strome of the Rangers, fourth in points in the East Division with 33. Fifth. So that's your top five list, three of which are on the ice for this game. Actually, they're all on the ice right now. Crosby against Bergeron in the faceoff. It's won by Boston. Over the line is Clifton. Around it goes, and now Letang will send it ahead for Crosby. Crosby, the diagonal pass, batted forward by Getzel, but that pass picked off by David Pastrnak. Now it's Marchand through the neutral zone. Bergeron and Letang battling for the puck. Now Pastrnak possesses. Behind the net, Bergeron with a nice pass. Save made on the drive from the left point. And the rebound there for the taking. It's picked up by Pittsburgh and sent down by Chris Letang. Down the right wing, here comes Ritchie. Ritchie hits the brakes. Cross-ice pass. Doesn't find Craig Smith, but it does find Zaboral, who takes quite the hit in the far corner. Now it's moved to the right point. Carlo feeds it down low. Can't connect on that pass. And it's reversed by Jared McCann, rather. And this is flipped through the center of the ice. Back to Jakub Zaboral. Krejci. Puck back now with Craig Smith. The Bruins will once again take on the Penguins on Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern time. Start for that one. Tanev comes away with possession and whiffing on the shot there was Tanev, I believe. What a chance for Pittsburgh. They've had plenty of chances. Or no, it was actually Zach Aston Reese. Oh, diagonal pass. The one-timer blocked in front. Plenty of traffic in the slot. Pittsburgh still with it. Shot from the right wing goes wide. And now from a tight angle, it's sent off the back of the goal by Aston Reese. Now here's Matheson. Cross-ice pass. That shot saved. A high rebound. Eventually picked up by Charlie Coyle. Zach Senyshyn does the self-pass to the end boards. The shot's on goal. 6-1 Pittsburgh. As we approach the halfway point of period one, still no score. The Penguins can't clear the zone. Here's Zboril. Walked against the wall by Anthony Angelo. Penguins clear. Brought back the other way now by Clifton. Clifton's pass deflects. Now it's tapped ahead by John Marino. Clifton there to take it away, though. 10 minutes to play in the opening period. No score between the Penguins and the Bruins from TD Garden. These two teams will face off again on Saturday afternoon. Grzelcyk sends it in for Marchand. Marchand can't get there. McAvoy makes sure it doesn't escape the zone. Nice save. Here's Marchand. Leaving it now for Pastrnak. A nice stick lift there. It's brought back the other way by Crosby. Crosby flying down the right wing. Crosby taking it all the way around the goal, shielding the puck. Play up to the left point. Across the line, it's Dumoulin with the pass, and the shot goes wide. Boston managed to clear, and that will be an icing call with 9:21 remaining in the period. Yeah, well, going back to that last Pittsburgh offensive zone sequence, it looked like Tanev was clearly offsides when he entered the zone, but it went unnoticed by the officials as the Bruins win the draw. A little bit of pressure here from Pastrnak in the Pittsburgh zone. It's kept in. Here's a drive. Pastrnak took a stumble, and now a little tussle on the far side. And it'll be a cross-checking call coming up against Brian Dumoulin, it appears. 9:01 to play in period one, and it's the first power play of the game coming up next for the Bees. All right, welcome back into the broadcast, everybody. Here over 9 minutes to play in period one. No score between the Penguins and the Bruins from TD Garden. Pittsburgh definitely with more of the opportunities, especially in the first few minutes. However, in the last couple of minutes, the Bruins with more time spent in the offensive zone, and they are on the power play now. Dumoulin in the box for cross-checking. And here we go. The first power play unit out there for Boston. They're 23% on the power play, 11th in the league. Pittsburgh, 75% on the penalty kill, which ranks about 23rd in the league. And a quick whistle as an offside is called 5 seconds into the power play. Face-off will come in the neutral zone on the near side. It'll be Bergeron in the draw. He faces Gaudreau. The draw won by Boston. Around to the near side with Marchand. Now played up to the right point. Here's Grzelcyk skating the line. Marchand to Bergeron. The one-timer goes wide. Now on the rebound, it's Pastrnak who collects. All the way around the end boards for Marchand. At the right point, it's Grzelcyk. Grzelcyk holding, now finds Marchand in the right circle. Marchand holds, diagonal feed, got past the stick of Bergeron, who does collect it off the boards. Now it's played down low to Marchand. Marchand surveying his options, cross-ice pass, tap back to Grzelcyk. Marchand misfires on the one-time effort from the right circle. The Penguins clear, and they get some fresh legs out there with a line change. About halfway through this Boston power play. Bergeron in a tussle for the puck. Battling with Pettersson. Bergeron manages to come away with possession. Cross ice indirectly controlled by Marchand. He gains the line. McAvoy to Bergeron. Bergeron holds. Finds Marchand in the slot. That shot is saved by DeSmith. He might have been screened, still made the stop. And now here come the Penguins shorthanded. Down the right wing, maybe a chance. That shot goes wide on the effort by Jankowski. Half a minute to go on this power play for the Boston Bruins. First power play of the game. McAvoy gives it away in the slot. Holding it up is Gaudreau, who lays it back. That shot off target, as Smith will tap it to Charlie Coyle. Time running out on the man advantage. Here is David Krejci. Krejci weaving his way to the line. Cross-ice pass from Smith. Out of the box is Dumoulin. Back to even strength. Here's a drive from the blue line. And smothering that puck is Casey DeSmith, who makes the stop for the Penguins. 6:54 to play in the opening period. No score between the Penguins and the Bruins from TD Garden. So the face-off will be in the Pittsburgh zone. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. It means a lot, as always. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Thursday night. And hope you guys are enjoying the broadcast so far. What's going on coast to coast NHL hockey news? You just subscribed. I appreciate that greatly, my man. Thanks so much for tuning in over on YouTube. I appreciate that. Here is Senyshyn down the right wing, and a glove save made short side by DeSmith once more. Well, the Bruins certainly getting some more shots on target. Yeah, Marchand had the drive a little while ago. It's actually Ritchie who was trying to set a screen in front. He got in the way. I thought in real time that DeSmith made the save there. But actually, Ritchie was the one who touched that puck. 6:36 left in period one. Face off to the left of DeSmith. It's won by the Bruins, and that shot on the wrister from Ritchie is saved, and it deflects out of play for another stoppage in the action. You share the stream. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot, man. Thank you so much. I'll definitely subscribe to your channel. No doubt about that. Once I'm done with this stream, I'll definitely give you a sub. Here is Pittsburgh as they clear. It was nearly controlled by Zucker, but not quite. And now the Penguins will work it out from the defensive zone. As you can see by my shirt, I was going to be on the call for the Red Sox opening day game against the Orioles, that got postponed to tomorrow afternoon. I don't know if I'll be able to call it. I think I'm going to be gone. But hey, I'm a Boston sports fan, so at least there was another Boston team in action today as a backup. But I was a little bummed to see that the Red Sox opener got postponed because of rain. But at least we've got the Bruins here. I always love calling the Bruins. That pass taken away by Crosby. Crosby with a pass in the slot, and it's covered up by Vladar. Yeah, I appreciate it. No worries whatsoever. 5.5 to play in period one. No score at TD Garden. I'm back in 90 seconds. Welcome back, everybody, in Coast to Coast NHL Hockey News. If you're still here, I actually just subscribed to your channel, and I just quickly glanced through it. You're doing awesome stuff, man, so keep up the work, and I appreciate you subscribing to my channel. Greatly appreciated, man. So 5.5 to play in the opening period. No score between Pittsburgh and Boston. Just great to see fans in attendance, isn't it? About 2,500 of them at TD Garden tonight. Face-off in the Boston zone, won by the Bruins. It'll be carried out through center. Dumped in. And now it's along the end boards. Won back by the Penguins. Brought ahead by, not Jake Getzel. That was, no, it was Getzel. He sends it in. And now Crosby battling for the puck. Behind the goal, Grzelcyk taps it back to McAvoy. Now it's played from Pastrnak to Marchand. Marchand will sling one in on the opposite corner, and now it's brought ahead the other way by the Penguins. Kept alive, though, by the Bruins momentarily. They will have to reset back into the neutral zone. Oh, what's going on, Quinn? Welcome into the stream. Do I want to do a recap of this game? Yeah, sure, I can do that. Since I have no school tomorrow, I would definitely have time. Yeah, I would definitely be willing to do that. When do you want me to have it done by? As this is taken ahead into the offensive zone by Brandon Tanev, now behind the Boston goal. It's played ahead into the slot, and the wraparound shot goes wide from point-blank range. It really should have been at least a shot on frame from Aston Reese, but Boston manages to clear. These two teams will square off once more at 1 Eastern time on Saturday. Okay, yeah, I might be able to complete it tonight. I'll see, but definitely by tomorrow, like at middle of the afternoon for sure, at the latest. But there's a good chance I could finish it by the end of the night. So yeah, sounds good. Hopefully the Bruins can get the win here. This is into the neutral zone. Frederick plays it back. Collision in front of the Boston bench, as it'll be sent cross ice to McAvoy. McAvoy with the entry. And now Anton Bleed with the shot. That deflects up and out of play with 3:16 to go in the period. Oh, yeah, no. I have some homework for the weekend that I'd like to get over with tonight, but I'd rather write a sports article than write an English paper. So somehow I'd much prefer doing the article instead of any homework. So yeah, I'll definitely start it tonight anyways, because I'll have time to do it, since I can stay up pretty late too, since I don't have school tomorrow. So yeah, there's a good chance I'll get it done tonight. This will be sent in behind the Pittsburgh goal. Matheson's pass blocked off by Clifton. Clifton will swing it in. And now it's sent away by Cody Ceci. A breakaway chance. The backhand effort goes wide. The chance of the game right there for Mark Jankowski. Wow. That chance came about just like that, as Senyshyn was down deep. I think he miscalculated the pass, and all of a sudden it was Jankowski with a breakaway chance. This is sent in behind the Pittsburgh goal, shielded off by Ceci, given away. That shot fired wide. Now McAvoy collects. McAvoy down low. Nice pass. The one-timer saved by DeSmith as he turns it aside with the right pad. Or maybe the blocker. Now in the far corner, the puck fought for. Bergeron bats it down, passing the slot. No one there for the Bruins. And the Pittsburgh Penguins will clear it for an icing call with 2:05 to play in period one. Thanks, everyone, for being a part of tonight's broadcast. I greatly appreciate it, guys. It was the Bruins game tonight, a backup plan for me. I was planning on doing some of the Red Sox season opener, but that got moved to tomorrow. But hey, at least we've got a good game of NHL action to cover. Here's this cross-ice pass. That deflects over to Marchand. Marchand in the right circle. He'll move it up to the right point. McAvoy crossed the line, and the redirected shot will go out of play for a face-off in the Pittsburgh zone. What happened to the other dude? Who are you referencing, Pete? I appreciate you tuning in, by the way, Pete. Are you talking about coast-to-coast NHL hockey news? I'm not sure. But definitely appreciate you tuning in, Pete, as we wind down here in the opening period of play. Face off here to the right of DeSmith. It's won by Boston. Zaboral with a diagonal pass. Pittsburgh managed to clear it through center. Now it's retrieved by Brandon Carlo. Smith to Zaboral. Zaboral lost the handle, but sent back in by Boston. Along the end boards, getting out of trouble was Dumoulin. Goudreau to Tanev, now tapped into the corner by Aston Reese. Here's Aston Reese. He can't hold on. And now the Bruins with a 3-on-2 here. Chance down the left wing. Taps into the high slot. Krejci's cross-ice pass, though, couldn't find McAvoy. Under a minute to play in the period. And here's a chance for Pittsburgh. That shot goes over. A nifty move by Brian Rust, but could not put it on target. Yeah, Krejci with just a bit of a nonchalant pass to McAvoy, and all over it was Brian Rust. A nice cut inside. And that shot was actually blocked by Clifton. It was a nice recovery by Clifton as Tanev got to the inside of him. And now it will be a face-off in the Boston zone, won by the Bruins. Stay tuned for the intermission report. I will let you guys listen into an interview with one of the Bruins players. as that will go down for a Penguins icing. We're scoreless through 19 and a half minutes. We'll see how the last half a minute of this period plays out. I believe this is the 5th meeting between these two teams this season, if I'm not mistaken. Brian Rust hesitating to touch the puck. And finally he does. It was played by a high stick, so both Rust and Crosby were leaving it, but they quickly realized someone had to touch it eventually. Rust played at Notre Dame in college from 2010 to 14, had 43 goals and 54 assists in 161 games with the Penguins. I'm sorry, with the Irish. He's had a solid career with the Penguins as well. Perhaps a high stick there from Bergeron. He caught the face, it appeared, of Evan Rodriguez. Nothing called, though. And now McAvoy will hold on to the puck. That should just about do it for the opening period of play. Diagonal pass just beyond the reach of Pastrnak. The Penguins clear, and that goes off the stick of Vladar. In period 1 is in the books. 20 minutes played in Boston at TD Garden, and no score between the Bruins and the Penguins. First of 2 meetings in the span of 3 days between these two teams. No goals yet. We'll see if that changes in the second period coming up after the break. It'll be the first intermission report. Stay tuned for that. It's on the way next. Welcome, everybody, into the first intermission report. No score between the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Boston Bruins through 20 minutes of play at TD Garden on this Thursday night. Glad to have you all along, and it was the first period where the Bruins got off to a bit of a sluggish start. The Penguins were all over them, quite frankly, testing Vladar early on, but it was good to see that Daniel Vladar, who's just making his third start this season, has been up to the test thus far. He made some nice saves right off the bat. He came ready to go and, really saved the Bruins in those opening 5 minutes or so. And the question that's been posed is who will make more saves in the second period, Vladar, DeSmith, or a tie? Early on in the voting, about 2/3 of the voters saying Vladar, and then the other third DeSmith. Only like 1% saying a tie, which obviously makes sense, since that is the very much so the most unlikely thing to occur. But that's a question to think about. I say Vladar, the way he was playing in the first period, and if Pittsburgh continue, being the aggressor and the team that creates more chances, then they'll just like in the first period be the ones that have more shots anyways, which will give the chance, give Vladar the chance to make more saves, like we saw in the opening period. I hope the Bruins can generate some more opportunities in the offensive zone. Listen, they did do a better job in that in the second half of that first period when they had that power play as Dumoulin went to the box for cross-checking. They had a good amount of possession time in the offensive zone, I should say. Created some chances. Maybe didn't get as many shots as they wanted, but I felt like they kind of carried that momentum of that offensive zone possession time on the power play for the rest of the period. And they did create some opportunities. DeSmith hasn't had to make as many saves with Vladar and hasn't really been tested too much yet. So I like Boston to do a little bit better in the offensive zone. They've had some spells, don't get me wrong, where they've certainly been threatening, but on other occasions when they have entered Pittsburgh's end, they've just had some passes that have been slightly off the mark, and so they got to be a bit more consistent in that aspect. All right, yeah, I'll check my DMs at the next commercial break. No worries, Quinn. That will do. But yeah, going over some highlights of this opening period. The Bruins, particularly late in that first period, there were a couple of chances that come to mind where they really had some golden opportunities to put one by DeSmith. The biggest one, I think, was the shot in the high slot where Ritchie, on accident, got in the way. He was trying to set a screen, but he actually got in the way of that shot. That was probably the best chance Boston had in those opening 20 minutes of play. Pittsburgh certainly wasted no time in testing Vladar, but the third-string goaltender was up to the task. Coming up after the break, I'll let you guys listen in to an interview with Jakub Zboril. First intermission here from TD Garden. No score between the Penguins and the Bruins. Welcome back, everybody. I was going to be on earlier today for Red Sox opening day. That got postponed by a day, so the season opener for the Red Sox will be tomorrow when they take on the Orioles at 2 Eastern time. I'll unfortunately be away tomorrow afternoon, so I won't be able to call that game. But it is what it is. I'm here for the Penguins and the Bruins. Good game so far. No score. The shot 7-2 in favor of Pittsburgh. The hits 12-6 Boston. No power plays yet for Pittsburgh. Boston 0 for 1 on the man advantage. And let's listen in to Jakob Zaboral's thoughts after one period.
What do you take away from that, no matter who you're paired up with? What is your role? What are you trying to do here on the ice?
I'm a young guy, so my team expects for me to get some pace in the game, good passes, good outlook passes, and obviously get my shots on net, which I was struggling with a bit. So I'm still trying to work on that.
Now, what about you mentioned bringing up the energy, but I was just thinking about how the coach also mentioned, Brad Marchand stepped up for his teammates last game. Is he asking some of the younger guys to do that by using their body as well?
Oh, 100%. I think Brad is a guy that doesn't need that anymore, or doesn't need it as much. It should be our younger guys, me, Freddie, Anton Bleed, who should be doing this work for him so Marchand can play this game.
Now, finally, the Pittsburgh Penguins, they've been on a roll. You know this. They're a very tough team to defend. What do you guys got to do in the second period to keep their shots off goal?
We just have to be smart with them. They have tons of speed. They like to get it going up ice. We just have to defend them well. Maybe get a lucky bounce for a first one. The puck is just bouncing all over the place right now. So just keep it simple. Put pucks on the net and keep it going.
All right, Jakob, go get it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye.
All right, there you heard it from Jakob of the Boston Bruins. And through 20 minutes of play, no score yet. Pittsburgh definitely the better team in that first period. We'll see if Boston can change that around the second period. And as you heard there, it's so true. Pittsburgh are a team that's been on a roll lately. They, I feel like them and the Bruins have, kind of flip-flopped roles compared to the start of the season. At the start of the season, the Bruins were flying, if you remember, the first 10 games or so, and now they've been quite inconsistent lately. Pittsburgh were a little bit bumpy early on, but right now they're rolling, and 7 points clear of Boston in the East Division standings. So these are two big games here for the Bruins today and Saturday against this Penguins team. And yeah, it's been frustrating, the last month or so for Boston. They just lost they keep losing to New Jersey somehow. They did get one shootout win against them, but lost before that. They've just been inconsistent all around, and they barely beat Buffalo. Yeah, exactly. That's true. At first they couldn't score, but once they got rolling, they got rolling. I mean, that's been an issue throughout the season. Their 5-on-5 play, to be honest, because I think they're only like ahead of the Buffalo Sabres for goals scored 5-on-5, which is really bad. They rely too much on the power play. That's the reality. So they've got to have more production at even strength. That's been an issue all season long. And so up next, it will be second period action between the Penguins and the Bruins. So stay tuned for that. More hockey on the way from TD Garden next. Welcome back, everybody. It's hockey night in New England on this Thursday evening from Boston, Massachusetts at TD Garden with fans. We get ready for the start of the second period. No score between Pittsburgh and Boston through 20 minutes. We'll see if that changes here in period two. I have a feeling we will have goals in this period. We shall see. Thanks, everyone, for stopping by tonight. Bruins currently fourth in the East Division. Remember, the top four teams in each division make the playoffs, and it's Pittsburgh in third right now, 7 points clear of Boston. The Bruins do have some makeup games. They've had a number of games postponed due to COVID-19. But with that being said, the Bruins, they got to find consistency because this is a division where there's 5 really good teams and only 4 of them will make the playoffs. Philadelphia currently that team looking from the outside in, but we'll see. This East Division, I said from the beginning of the season, I thought it was going to come down to the final week, and that could very well turn out to be the case. Philadelphia have been having their own struggles, but you never know. There's still a good amount of the season left, although we are heading towards that final stretch before it is playoff time. So the game's all the more important at this stage. And so we get set for the beginning of period two. It'll be the Bruins going from right to left in the second period. The Penguins left to right as both teams switch ends. The Penguins outshot Boston 7-2 in that opening period. The block shots 8-6. Boston with the edge in that category. And the Bruins won 55% of faceoffs, 11 out of 20 in the first period. Yeah, I know. It is true. Like, if Philly weren't having all of those struggles, the Bruins could easily be in 5th place right now. They're fortunate to even be, to still be in a playoff spot. As crazy as that sounds, that's how stacked the East Division is. There's going to be a really good hockey team from this division that doesn't make the playoffs. That's the reality. So, yeah, you're right. As the face-off at center ice, won by Bergeron, and we are underway in period two from TD Garden with about 2,500 fans in attendance watching on. Oh, Marchand pokes it away. It's won back, though, by the Penguins as Dumoulin finds Letang. Now down the right wing. Here's a chance. Vladar makes the stop, denying Jake Getzel on the breakaway. Now Pittsburgh still with it at the left point. Getzel across the line. It's tapped over to the right wing. Letang in behind. Crosby will swing it around to the left wing. In comes Dumoulin to send it in deep. Behind the Boston goal. Nice centering pass, but it went off the skate of Rust. And now it's sent down low to Letang. Crosby centering pass broken up. And the Bruins will take it out through the neutral zone. Delaying the entry is Marchand. Diagonal feed. McAvoy taps it to the far side. One back by the Penguins. Nice outlet pass. Breakaway chance. Saved by Vladar once again. He is not being beaten tonight. And now another chance from a tight angle. That goes across the face of goal. Jared McCann with a golden opportunity to put Pittsburgh on the board, but Vladar said not today. The third string netminder for Boston has been incredible thus far. Now it's in the Pittsburgh zone. Ritchie with the pressure. It's cleared out, though, by Matheson. And with the entry here, it is Jason Zucker. The pass, though, goes right to Clifton. Here comes the Bruins. Down the right wing. It's a blocker save made by DeSmith, and that will sail all the way down the ice. No icing here, although the Bruins do get there. Wow, what a flying start to the second period. Chances at both ends, open play so far to begin period two. Now down the right wing, it's Tanev to the back door. It's put away, and the Penguins have at last broken the deadlock. Well, the Penguins were relentless on the attack. This is a great pass across the slot. Tanev finding Aston Reese at the back door, and Coyle could not get Pittsburgh. And now we'll see how the Bruins respond. That goal comes just 2 minutes into period 2. Have a 12-3-1 record this season when scoring first. So that's a very important goal. Yeah, Quinn, Dan Vladar, he's the third string goaltender for Boston. So Tuukka Rask has been injured for a while now, and they've on occasion they've given Halak a night off. So this is Vladar's third start this season. But yeah, he's been bouncing from usually when Rask is healthy, he's in Providence playing in the AHL with the Providence Bruins. But whenever Halak or Rask are injured, Vladar is their backup, and so here he is starting as he pounces on that puck, covering it up. Yeah, I don't know too much about him. I know he's from the Czech Republic. I remember he made an appearance last year against the Lightning in that game in the playoffs, in that game where the Bruins got smoked. It was like 7-1 or something. You probably remember that. Once they were down like 5-0, they took out Halak, I remember, and Vladar came in, and things didn't get any better. That was an awful game. That was awful. Oh man, that was one of the worst games I've commentated as a Bruins fan. That was tough. That whole game was awful. It was like 7-1. Tampa won. I think that was game 3 of that series, which made it 4-1. What's going on, Abs fan? Welcome in to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. Thanks everyone who stopped by. That pass picked up by the Penguins and now taken into the offensive zone. And that pass taken away by Boston. These two teams meet again Saturday afternoon at 1 Eastern time. Here's Frederick with a drive. That puck deflects into the far corner. Bleed tees up McAvoy. His blast is fired wide of the goal, and now it's picked up by Brandon Tanev. Yeah, that's a good question, Quinn. As the Bruins will recover, there's Lausanne. I'm probably going to go to the Pennsylvania one, to be honest. Avs fan is a Bruins fan as well. We'll take that. No. Yeah. No. It's not Habs. He's an Avs fan. That's if he was a Habs fan and a Bruins fan, that wouldn't work. But hey, go Bruins indeed. That's right. Yeah, I No. He said Avs, or his account name is Avs, I should say. I'm saying ridiculous things. Oh yeah, you're on Periscope, Quinn. So here we go. I'll show you the YouTube comment. There we go. So his account is Avs fan, and but he likes the Bruins too. So, and I'm a Bruins fan. So yeah. So I'm probably gonna go to the Pennsylvania one. Yeah, since there's not one in Boston this summer. That's the one you'll probably go to? Yeah, we could that would be awesome if we finally got to meet in person. Here's a chance for Boston. Senyshyn's pass off the mark. Now to be swung around. You don't hate Montreal, but you don't really like them, yeah. Well, as a diehard Bruins fan, I hate Montreal with a passion. Oh, nice pass here. Koolman with a chance. Save made to Smith with a stick save. No, rather it was Marchand with the opportunity. And now it's won back by the Penguins, brought ahead by Rodriguez. Oh, I see. Patrick Waugh is the reason why you don't hate Montreal. Okay. Yeah, as a diehard Bruins fan, being from Boston, I'll hate them forever. Yeah, I'm not definite, Quinn, if I'm going. But if I do, I'll probably go to the Pennsylvania one, since that's like the closest one. But, I'm dying to get back to, interacting with people in person. My school returns fully in person in like a week, so I'm really looking forward to that because I've only been going in once every 3 weeks under the current format structure they have. So I'm just going crazy with all these, remote things, remote classes, all these Zooms. I'm tired of it. I want to interact with people in person again. So, yeah, I'd love to go to play-by-play camp. As that shot is covered up by DeSmith. Yeah, it's probably something like a 6-hour drive. Yeah. Yeah, but I know some people around here that are planning to go to it as well. I know a kid who goes to my high school who's in a grade below me, but him and I actually do commentary together for the local cable station for our high school games. He goes to my high school. His name is Ryan Martin, and he's been going to play-by-play camps for years now, and so he might go. So we might carpool. So yeah, it's like a 6-hour drive, something like that, 5, 6, yeah. Who do you hate, Avs fan and Bruins fan? Who do you hate? Here come Pittsburgh, and the play is offsides. Yeah, I'd definitely be, totally in if, like, I know a lot of other people going. His name is Ryan Martin. Yeah, I don't think he's been to any other camps than Boston, but he's been to the Boston camp like 5 or 6 years now. 13:43 to go in the opening period of play. It's Pittsburgh 1, Boston 0. I'll be back in a minute. Stay tuned. The Bruins down by a goal, trying to battle back. All right, welcome back into the broadcast, everybody. Oh, you thought I said Brian Barth Quinn? No. Sorry, I sometimes talk too fast. No, Ryan Martin. Yeah. Although I've never met Brian, but I've heard of him. I've seen him on streams with like Sam Federman and stuff, so I know who he is too. But no, Ryan Martin is his name. He actually Ryan he actually won like a raffle last year before COVID. It was the 2019 NFL season. He won a raffle to be Adam Schefter's sidekick for a Monday Night Football game between the Patriots and Jets in the Meadowlands, so in New York. So yeah, he's done some cool things. And so he got to be with Adam Schefter all day that day and be his sidekick, which was pretty cool. He told me all about it. Yeah, that was pre-COVID times, of course, as this shot trickles through just wide of the goal crease. Now Crosby with the cross-ice pass. Couldn't find Getzel. And the Bruins will send it down ice. Back to it is Chris Letang for the Penguins. Letang too far for Crosby, and that will be an icing against Pittsburgh. 1-0, Penguins on top, and now Trent Frederic, who else, getting into it. Throwing some jabs as Letang's doing the same. The referees take control of the situation. They're still going at it. Yeah, Frederic's not afraid to get into it. We've seen that all season. Yeah, no, I don't think he's like super rich. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, to be honest. I mean, yeah, you're right. If he could afford to do that, then I don't know. But no, he's a good kid. Yeah, he's cool. It was cool because I didn't really know him. I played I think I played like baseball with him when I was really young or something like that, because I remember seeing him before. But until play-by-play camps like a couple years ago, I didn't really know him. And like I saw him wearing like a Franklin high school sweatshirt at camp, and I was like, do I know that kid? Like we didn't really know each other because like he's a grade below me and stuff. So, and that's when we like officially connected. Like we kind of met each other first at play-by-play camps, even though we're in the same town. And now in high school, we both do games for Franklin TV. So pretty funny how that all went down as McAvoy drives one in. That goes wide, puck loose in front. Krejci couldn't get a shot in on goal. And now it's battled for in the far corner. And here the other way comes Zach Aston Reese. Aston Reese, who has the goal, and my goodness, dropping the shoulder is Charlie McAvoy. The crowd absolutely loving it at TD Garden, but the Penguins still within the offensive zone, and the pass through the crease quickly covered up by Daniel Vladar. Wow, Aston Reese took a shoulder and a half from Charlie McAvoy. He got absolutely popped into the boards. That was a brilliant hit from McAvoy. The hit 17-8 Boston. Physical play from the get-go for the Bruins, but still no goals. And this face-off controlled by Pittsburgh, but the Bruins managed to get the puck out of the zone. Now brought back in down the right wing. Gaudreau down to the corner. Now picked up by the Bruins. Boston trailing by a goal. Now here's Anders Bjork. Bjork hitting the brakes in the far corner. Cycles high. The one-timer is off target. Now it's Zaboral spinning around, maintaining possession. Zaboral in the near corner. Now it's swung around to the far side. This is held and now played off the end boards, but snatched by John Marino and taken the other way by Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh get a change. This is brought ahead by McAvoy. Nope, rather that's Connor Clifton. Clifton gets a shoulder from Crosby after the pass, and now it's at the stick of Jake Getzel. Down the right wing, Cody Ceci enters, and that shot ricochets out of play. 11:22 to go in the second period. Things are getting a little bit chippy on the ice. You can tell the intensity's picking up a bit. 1-0 Pittsburgh. Well, in the format of this season in the NHL, things are bound to get chippy with the amount of times these teams face off against each other. It's like 8-9 times these same teams are playing each other over the course of the season. and then you can play them, 7 more times in a first or second round playoff series, because the playoffs are divisional too. So you won't meet a team from outside your division until the semifinals. There's no conferences this year. So the overall semifinals, which would typically be the conference finals. But yeah, so you could play a team like 15, 16 times in one season from your own division. That's possible if you include the playoffs and if it went the distance. Getzel to Ceci. Battle for the puck in the corner. And now it's brought the other way by Boston. Here's a 2-on-1. Anton Blee down the left wing. Shot saved by DeSmith. And the follow-up is blocked. Sliding in was Charlie McAvoy. And now this puck is shoveled and flipped into the neutral zone. Back to retrieve possession of the puck is Patrice Bergeron. Grzelcyk through a stick. One back by the Penguins. Bringing it forward and firing one on goal was Dumoulin. And eventually covering up is Vladar. Well, the Bruins are getting better opportunities. They just can't put any away. Anton Bleed in particular, he's had a couple of chances. He's been, on the roster, not on the roster. He's been up and down between Boston and Providence this season. But he's impressed me so far on that fourth line for Boston. As I said, the production at even strength on offense has been a real concern for the Bruins throughout the season. And that's on full display right now in this one. as they're held scoreless about halfway through the game. This pass played to the left point, closing in, and having a shot blocked was Dumoulin. That puck escapes all the way to the Pittsburgh end. Indirect pass for Jason Zucker, one back by Krejci. We are exactly at the midway point of regulation. 30 minutes played, 30 to go at TD Garden. It's 1-0 Pittsburgh thanks to a goal early on in period 2 from Zach Aston Reese. With the entry here, Zucker lays it back. The wrister goes wide. And Ritchie with a poor pass picked up by Tanev. Closing in and having his shot blocked was Gaudreau. Now it's possessed behind the Boston goal by Jeremy Lauzon. Ritchie on the left wing finds Lauzon. A shot from the neutral zone, easily turned aside by Casey DeSmith. 9:20 left in the period. Here's Tanev. Tanev with a nice self-pass to the corner, but it's McAvoy who takes it away. McAvoy takes a hit from Brandon Tanev. Now the puck loose. Bergeron will leave it for McAvoy. Marchand back for McAvoy. Senyshyn trying to shield the puck. Now it's Marchand who taps it forward. One back, though, by Marcus Pettersson. Down the right wing now, it's Brian Rust. Rust loses possession. Grzelcyk wins it back. Here is McAvoy, tape to tape. Frederick dumps it ahead. One back by Pittsburgh. That puck off the stick of Rust, and it'll be chased down in the corner by Getzel. On the far side, Crosby battling for the puck in the corner. Now it's dug out. To the right point it goes. Letang across the line. Shot from the high slot. Just goes wide. Now it's Crosby in the corner. Nice centering pass. That effort goes wide. It was a great opportunity for Getzel in front, but the Bruins still can't clear just yet. Holding in the high slot is Letang. That shot wide. Collected behind the goal by Crosby. Trying to jam it in. It's taken now to the right circle. Wound in by Letang. His effort blocked. Bruins still can't get it away. 45 consecutive seconds for Pittsburgh in the offensive zone. And now a scrum here on the far side as there's a deadlock. And finally the puck comes loose. Can the Bruins at last clear? Yes, they can. After 57 seconds, they finally get it out. Back with it is Grzelcyk up the wall. Bleed. Nice pass into the slot, but it could not be controlled by Craig Smith. 7:20 to play in the period. Fast-paced action at TD Garden. Now in the far corner, it's Pittsburgh in possession. Played behind the goal for Jankowski. And that's won by the Bruins. This is brought ahead, but unable to get it through. Matheson was Charlie Coyle. And here's Matheson ahead. Down the right wing, closing in on goal. He scores. What a nifty finish. And the Pittsburgh Penguins double the lead. It's the defenseman Michael Matheson with quite the goal. It's 2-0 Pittsburgh with 6:48 to play in the second period. Wow. Matheson was absolutely flying down the right wing. A nice adjustment from the backhand to the forehand. Getting around Lauzon and quickly tucking that one by the right pad of Vladar. That's just a brilliant goal right there. And Mike Matheson, who played at Boston College from 2012 to 15, has scored against the Bruins to make it 2-0. And now it's more work for Boston and a tougher mountain to climb. 2012 to 15. Matheson played for BC. Was quite the player at Boston College. Shot from the corner by Ritchie, and the puck is smothered by DeSmith. Well, 2 second period goals from the Penguins have them up 2-0. The Bruins held scoreless so far. They'll need to change that soon. I'm back in a flash. Welcome back into the broadcast, everybody. Zach Aston Reese, early on in the period, notched his 18th goal of the season. And then moments ago, it was Mike Matheson, the defenseman, who would double the lead for Pittsburgh. 2-0 now the score. And the Bruins put themselves in a bad position once more due to their lack of productivity in the offensive zone. That's been the story pretty much all season long. They are a team who can battle back, but it's certainly not the type of game that the Bruins were seeking. We'll see if they can turn things around with about 6.5 to play in period 2. Here comes the face-off in the Pittsburgh zone out of the under 10 TV timeout. Face-off will be to the right of DeSmith. It'll be Gaudreau against Bergeron. Bruins trying to cut the lead in half before the period comes to a close. They win the draw. Marchand shot deflects over the goal. Now it's Bergeron looking for Marchand. Marchand trying to dig out the puck, Now he'll shovel it around to the near side. Here's Grzelcyk who takes a fall, picked up by Gaudreau, and here comes the Penguins. Down the right wing, Tanev to the slot. Here's a chance. That shot blocked. Nicely done by Matt Grzelcyk for the Bruins. Back and forth we go. This is now Bergeron who taps it forward. Now it's back into the neutral zone. The puck fought for, and now gaining possession of the puck is Frederick Gaudreau. No icing here. McAvoy retrieving the puck. A lot of open ice here. McAvoy bringing it forward, still going into the slot. And now it's stripped away. The steal by Crosby. A 3-on-2 generating here for Pittsburgh. Nice pass, but it could not be finished off at the back door. Jake Getzel was skating down the right wing. And that will go out of play for a stoppage in the action. 5:33 to go in the second. 2-0. Pittsburgh leading Boston. The action continues from TD Garden after this quick break. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody. 2-0 Penguins lead. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in on this Thursday night. And Pittsburgh on the rush, scoring their second goal. A nice steal in the defensive zone, and then Matheson doing it all by himself at the other end. Just a beautiful finish, really. Just straight ahead, all eyes on the goal. And the defenseman getting the job done. Pittsburgh leading by 2. And here comes the face-off to the left of Vladar. The Bruins win it but can't clear the zone. This is played down low to Getzel. Penguins up by 2 goals. Puck fought for. Now the Bruins come away with it. This is sent in by Bleed. Deflects off the side of the cage. Letang gets there. Now fighting for the puck was Marchand, but Pittsburgh do move it ahead. Final 5 minutes of period 2 upon us. This puck chased down by Carson Kuhlman, pinning the puck in the corner, but it comes loose. Dumoulin can't clear the zone. Now it's Marchand who holds. Taken away. Flipped into the neutral zone. Glove down by a Bruin. Here's Grzelcyk down the left wing. By the way, that goal by Matheson is third of the season. The assist coming from Angelo. Marchand up to the left point. Bergeron through traffic. It could not be redirected by Senyshyn. Now it's back with Grzelcyk. Chance here. Rebound. Senyshyn could not get a shot off, and now Pittsburgh clear all the way back for Matt Grzelcyk. Wow, that was quite the chance for Boston. So be wound in. Marchand on the chase. Loses his footing. And now Smith will send it indirectly off the wall for Coyle. Poked loose by Lauzon. Gaudreau can't maintain clear control of the puck. They do move it out to center. And it's sent back in by Clifton. Craig Smith still going for the puck. In the end, the shot came in on to Smith from Coyle. He turned it aside, fired in here from the left point. That effort by Lauzon is saved. Now here come Pittsburgh. And that shot slithers past off the glove of Vladar and just wide. Now it's behind the Boston goal with Jeremy Lauzon. Lauzon, the outlet pass, Bjork couldn't quite control. And now it's back with the Penguins. John Marino behind the goal. Misfired the pass. Pastrnak all over it. Under 3 to play in the second period now. Shots on goal, 12-10 Pittsburgh. They have a 2-0 lead at TD Garden. And now into the slot. Pastrnak can't get around Marcus Pettersson, who is in the way. And now Pittsburgh clear. That will be an icing call with 2:39 to play in the period. Thanks all for tuning in on this Thursday night. Hope you guys enjoy the long weekend. For those of you who have tomorrow off, as it is Good Friday, Easter on Sunday, and better weather on the way. If you live in New England, like I do, you know how miserable the winters are, but better weather is on the way. Shot through traffic, save made. The follow-up effort goes wide, and now it'll be sent down the boards by Brandon Tanev. It will be an icing call. Wow, that was absolute mayhem in the slot. Quite a chance for Boston. Nice save by DeSmith, but he did allow the rebound. There was a fight for the puck in front of the goal. In the end, Pittsburgh managed to clear the puck. This faceoff, though, in the Penguin zone, won by the Bruins. Here's DeBrusk. Now a wraparound shot. Ritchie had it blocked. It goes right back to him. McAvoy from the left wing boards, and it's saved short side. And DeSmith holds on. Well, Boston have now won back-to-back faceoffs in the offensive zone. Feels like they're on the verge of that opening goal. We'll see if they can get it, though, in the final few minutes of this period, which would be huge, of course, as they trail by 2. 2:16 to play in the second. This draw will be to the right of DeSmith. It's won by Pittsburgh. Here's Letang. Letang flips it all the way into the Boston zone. One back by the Penguins. That's sent in deep. Back to retrieve it is Grzelcyk. Letang into the slot off the skate of Crosby. Will now collect it in the near corner. Up top to Letang. Letang skates the line. Down low in the far corner. Redirected and a left pad stop. Vladar with a quick reflex. Now it's out to the neutral zone. Senyshyn taps it forward for Bergeron. Bergeron on the backhand. Sent it off the corner boards. It took an odd bounce. In the end, Pittsburgh managed to clear to center. Nice move by Zaboral to gain separation. Indirect pass. Tap back by Kuhlman, but it's broken up by the Penguins. Crosby on the backhand. One back by Coyle. Cross ice feed. On the entry is Carson Kuhlman. Kuhlman down the left wing, holding at the line. The goal line, that is. Now a shot from a tight angle, and DeSmith made the stop. A minute to play in the period as Pittsburgh will work it out of their own zone. This is held up by Jared McCann. McCann will wind it in, and that will be an icing call with exactly 60 seconds to play in the period. Well, the Bruins with plenty of chances. Pittsburgh had a few of their own, meanwhile. That pass was a great one. Maybe a bit, yeah, it was a pass with a bit too much pace, actually, from Brian Rust. Went off the skate of Getzel. Just too powerful, or rather, it was off the skate of Getzel. Too powerful of a pass. Scoring chances 16-8 in favor of Pittsburgh. And they are the ones who win the draw. We'll clear it down ice. McAvoy retrieves, finds Bjork. Stay tuned for the second intermission report featuring in-depth recap of the highlights and in-depth analysis. Oh my goodness, a huge hit delivered and flying into the boards was, I believe, Charlie McAvoy. Yeah, it was McAvoy. He got back up, but he's clearly wincing in pain as he slowly skates off to the Boston bench to be evaluated. This is played back to Matheson. Now CC feeds it down low. Sent around on the backhand. Back the other way. As Clifton tried to clear, shot from the boards from Aston Reese was fended off by DeSmith. And now Clifton going at it with a helmetless Tanev. Meanwhile, the game continues, and a stop by Vladar 2 times in a row. And that brings us to the end of period 2. Absolute confusion. Even the camera people thought that play had been stopped, but it continued. And wow, the Pittsburgh Penguins had a golden chance there for a third goal. All the while, Charlie McAvoy still wincing in pain on the Boston bench. He got tangled up and went flying into the boards and could not brace for the fall. Hopefully it's nothing too serious for the Bruins star defenseman, but that is it for the first 2 periods of play. The referee's talking things over with both captains. I want to see that final sequence of the period again because, I suppose I didn't hear a whistle, but it seemed everyone thought play had stopped. Meanwhile, they cut back to the action and Pittsburgh had a breakaway. Able to make the stop, though, was Vladar, and we are 2 periods in. It's the Boston Bruins trailing the Pittsburgh Penguins 2-0. I'm back for the second intermission report. Stay tuned. Welcome into the second intermission report, everybody. 2-0 Pittsburgh leading Boston after 2 periods of play at TD Garden on this Thursday night. And the frustration continues. The same story carried over from the first period to the second period for Boston. And right away to start the second period, Pittsburgh seemed like the team that wanted more. They certainly were, just like in the first period, creating chances right off the bat. The shots tonight are pretty close, 17-15 in favor of Pittsburgh. But the key to me has been the start to both periods. The Penguins could have easily scored in the first 5 minutes of the first period. They didn't get a goal, but then here early in the second period, they would find a goal. That would come from Zach Aston Reese to break the deadlock. And, overall, it's been a pretty evenly played game. Pittsburgh have the slight edge in shots, but it's simply got to be better. The production has to come at the other end of the ice. No matter how much time you spend in the offensive zone, you've got to find the back of the net. All right, here's the second intermission question for you guys tuning in. Will a Hockey East alumni score in the third period? Early on in the voting, it's about split, a little more than 50% saying no. It's about 55-45, no to yes. I say yes. There's plenty of Hockey East alumni in this game. There might be more for Pittsburgh than there are for Boston, funny enough. Or I can't think of all of them off the top of my head, but I have mentioned a number of them throughout this game. I say yes on that, but I can understand why the voting split. That's a good question, to be honest with you. But we shall see. But yeah, overall, it's the same thing. No goal scored for the Bruins through 2 periods. When is that production going to come for Boston? The other question, how many goals will the Bruins score in the third? 0, 1, 2, or 3 or more? Early on in that voting, about 6% saying 0. Let's hope not. About 1% saying 35%, around there. Two goals, 45% saying that. And then 3 or more, about 13% of the voters saying that. So I say 2. I think they fight back. They're too good of a team to be shut out. Although we have seen them shut out before, particularly I remember a game against the Islanders very early on in the season, and then just the other day against the New Jersey Devils. So, but you have to think after 40 minutes of this, surely they're going to break through and score a couple goals. There's only been 1 penalty this game too. And although the Bruins do rely too much on the power play, in my opinion, it wouldn't hurt if they got one. That would definitely help the cause. As we look at some statistics through 2 periods, 17-15 the shots in favor of Pittsburgh, 27-13 the hits in favor of Boston. No power plays yet for Pittsburgh. 0 for 1 are Boston on the man advantage. And let's hear the first intermission thoughts of Pittsburgh's own Brandon Tanev.
And Freddie drove middle lane and created some space for me, and I was fortunate enough to get a puck through, and Zach was in the right spot, and then we got a great goal there.
You guys have also been doing a great job frustrating the Bruins offense. What's been the key to that, and how do you continue that in the third?
I think it's just playing the right way. Everyone working together, communicating, clearing out the net front for our goaltender is playing great for us right now, and I think we're doing a great job of that, but we got 20 minutes here to keep things going.
Brandon, welcome back. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, there you have it. Brandon Tanev, one of those Hockey East alumni, as I mentioned. And this is the second intermission report here on YouTube, Periscope, and Twitch. After the break, the second intermission report continues 2-0. It's the Penguins on top. A big third period ahead in this East Division matchup. I'll be back. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody. A little update on out-of-town action elsewhere in the East Division. The Washington Capitals taking on the New York Islanders. What a game this has been, folks. Not even halfway through the second period, there were already 9 goals scored, 10 goals scored so far. It's 6 for the Islanders in the second intermission. So a very different game compared to the one we have here between the Penguins and the Bruins. But focusing back on this game, I've been really impressed with Pittsburgh on the rush, particularly on that Mike Matheson goal. I mean, that came out of nowhere, really. Matheson just took it from all the way deep in the neutral zone, all the way to the goal, right across the slot. Just a great move from his forehand to the backhand. That was a brilliant finish for Matheson. Probably one of the best goals. Most skilled goals, I'll put it that way, individual skilled goals I've seen in live action this NHL season. And so it is Pittsburgh with a 2-0 lead. Bruins still in it, but they've got to score at even strength. There's no excuse here. I mean, and this has been the issue, for the whole season, literally. They have trouble 5-on-5 scoring goals. They've had chances. They've had really good chances at times. They've often have been screening the goaltender to Smith, but he still made some solid stops, even through traffic, and just nothing going the Bruins' way. And of course, with like 40 seconds left in the period, we had McAvoy collide into the boards awkwardly. He was wincing in a lot of pain. Hopefully, that's nothing too serious, but certainly something worth keeping an eye on, because if McAvoy is unable to continue, that would be a huge blow. He's, the leader of this team now. One of the leaders on defense, I'll say, with Chara on Washington now. It's McAvoy is certainly one of the best players on this team. He's having a great season so far. That's focusing on the defensive perspective. But on offense, the first line's everyone's been awfully quiet, let's face it. But how about David Pastrnak? He hasn't had a single shot. He's had about 13 minutes on ice, and I've rarely mentioned his name. He's had a very, very quiet night. And I'd expect him to pick it up in this third period. Everyone needs to pick it up, especially that first line, who the Bruins can be over-reliant on. But this is the time for them to shine if the Bruins want to come back in this third period. But yeah, Pasternak's been largely a ghost in this game, and that's a big reason why there's nothing to show for on the scoreboard for Boston through 40 minutes of play. We'll see if that changes. The first line will definitely need to pick it up if they want to turn things around in this final period of play. Boston down by 2. The third period is just around the corner. As we look at the heat zone, both Brad Marchand and Sidney Crosby were hot coming into this game. So far tonight, Marchand 1 shot, about 14 minutes on ice. No shots yet for Sidney Crosby, about 13 minutes on ice. Yeah, Crosby's also had a quiet night, but other people stepping up for Pittsburgh, and they're the ones with the 2-0 lead. It's been a very physical play. Can the Bruins score in the third period? They trail by 2. Up next, it's back out to TD Garden for the final 20 minutes. Stay tuned. All right, everybody, we are set to begin period 3 from TD Garden, 2-0 Penguins on top of the Bruins. Thanks, everyone, for stopping by on this Thursday night. Big game in the NHL. In this ever so competitive East Division, the Bruins trying to make up some ground with the Penguins in the standings. They're currently 7 points back. If this result holds true, then they'd fall to 9 points back. These two teams square off again in 2 days' time. But there's still time to turn it around for Boston. No goals through the first 40 minutes, though. Can they come back here in the third? They come out of the tunnel and enter onto the ice, ready for the final 20 minutes of regulation. And so we're about a minute away from getting the second period started. I can't stress enough how great it is seeing, fans in attendance at TD Garden. I know it's a small amount. I know it's only like 2,500, but just to see some people in the crowd, it's a great sight. It's a great sight. You love to see it. It's a great couple of days ahead for the Red Sox and Bruins. Tomorrow it'll be opening day for the Red Sox at 2 Eastern time when they face the Orioles. Then it's Saturday. Both the Bruins and Red Sox play at 1. Bruins against the Penguins. Red Sox once again against the Orioles. Red Sox finish their 3-game set with the Orioles on Sunday at 1. And then on Monday, the Bruins and the Red Sox play at the same time again at 7. It'll be the Bruins hosting the Flyers. And at the same time, it'll be the Red Sox hosting the Rays. So a busy couple of days ahead with both the Red Sox and Bruins in action. So you can see I got my Red Sox shirt on. Their opener was supposed to be today. That got postponed to tomorrow due to rain. So that's unfortunate, but I was going to be on the call for that game. But that's all right. Here I am for the Bruins game. Should be an interesting third period. Charlie McAvoy does appear to be all right. He is out there to start the third period tonight against the Penguins. 19.5 minutes on ice. That leads all players. And after a scary tumble into the boards, it appears to be nothing serious. Face off at center ice, controlled by the Penguins, and off we go in period 3. Quick game summary. Aston Reese and Matheson each with a goal for Pittsburgh in the second. Brandon Carlo was a player that left the game with an injury. Huge blowout defense for Boston. Pittsburgh with 16 scoring chances and Boston with 9. 11 seconds into the period, and it's an icing call against the Penguins. Face off back in the Pittsburgh zone. Won by Boston. Quick shot goes wide off the apron of the goal. Anton Bleed is there. Bouncing puck. It escapes Kuhlman. Now at the right point, it's McAvoy who feeds it down low. Trent Frederick holding off his defender. That shot blasted in from the left point. It's blocked on the effort by Lauzon, and it will be a penalty against Jeremy Lauzon. It'll be the first penalty against Boston. Or is it? Hold on. Who's the penalty against here? Yeah, I was right. Just making sure. Yep, it's Lauzon called for interference. And so the Bruins will try to kill the penalty for the first time tonight. First power play opportunity for Pittsburgh, just 31 seconds into the period. Pittsburgh's power play, 21%. That ranks 16th in the league. But how about the Boston penalty kill? 90%, which is top of the NHL. This is brought ahead into the neutral zone by Chris Letang. Now it's retrieved by McAvoy. McAvoy's pass for Marchand, and Marchand going at it. And it looks like he might be penalized here. Play is halted. Marchand was going at it with Chris Letang on the ice. Let's see, are they going to penalize both of them? Marchand wants to still go at it with Letang. The referee has to make sure he doesn't get into it once more. They're still exchanging words. Letang barking at Marchand. Marchand doing the same back. Yep, they will both go to the box. So it's penalties to both of them. Let's see what happened here. So Marchand, yeah, he delivered the hit to Letang, fell on top of him. And then Letang was trying to get up. Marchand kept giving it to him on the ice. Yeah, he might have delivered a stick to the face of Letang. I thought Marchand was going to be the only one penalized there for a moment. He could have been. It didn't look like Letang did all that much wrong. But they both go to the box. It remains 5-on-4. And here's Sidney Crosby. Crosby, cross ice. Now played back by Jared McCann. Puck off Grizzly's stick. McAvoy with a great lead pass. Here's a chance. Bjork closing in, but a great recovery as John Marino pushes Bjork off the puck and sends him into the boards. Now at the other end, here comes Crosby, centering pass broken up at the last second in the slot. And now McAvoy will send it away on the backhand. Down to Smith. He will leave it for the oncoming Pettersson. That pass was brilliant from McAvoy. Unfortunately, Bjork could not get a clean look on goal. Marino did well defensively for the Penguins. Here's Matheson. Matheson winds it in. Now it's Zboril. Bruins can't get it out of the zone. Here's Evan Rodriguez to the blue line. Rodriguez gets the return pass from Pettersson. Now Pettersson in the slot over the left circle. Shot just wide. Matheson looking for a second. Boston will clear. No icing. It goes right to DeSmith, who will tap it over to the oncoming Marcus Pettersson. Pettersson, the lead pass. Getting there first was Zach Aston-Reese. His pass broken up by McAvoy. It's a poor pass, though, into the slot. Picked up and sent in by Mark Jankowski. Ceci was there. Pastrnak wins possession of the puck. 3 minutes played in period 3. The Bruins trailing by 2. And Grizzly pokes it ahead, but that goes into the Boston bench area for a stoppage in play. Yeah, on that chance for Bjork, by the way, I can't get over that pass from McAvoy. That's just top-notch playmaking from McAvoy. But Bjork just couldn't quite get the angle on Marino. Marino, another Hockey East alum. He played at Harvard from 2016 to 19. So he's very familiar with the Boston area. A lot of these guys on the Penguins played for Boston schools. It's incredible. Here's Kuhlman. He'll elevate the puck. It falls to Trent Frederick. Frederick is pushed against the wall by Letang. And now move to the near side. Dumoulin up ice. Getzel cross to the right wing. Here's Crosby in the slot. Crosby weaving through. In the end, has it poked away and stolen by Zboril. That puck goes off Getzel's stick. Bleed wins possession. And now it's Carson Kuhlman. Kuhlman in on goal. DeSmith taps it away with the stick. A shutout so far for the Pittsburgh netminder. 16 minutes left. This is dumped in by Goudreau. And now here's Charlie McAvoy. McAvoy finds Bergeron. Now Marchand tangled up. Aston-Reese with McAvoy on his tail. Battle for the puck in the near corner. Marchand comes away with it. At the right point, it's stopped by McAvoy, who swings one in. Cleared to center ice by Pittsburgh. Kicked ahead by Lauzon. Marchand holds. Now sends one in deep. Bruins make a change. DeSmith, under some pressure, gets it away in time. That pass taken away. Here's Charlie Coyle. One back by the Penguins. Dumped all the way into the Boston end. Here's Charlie Coyle. Scratch that. Coyle's pass cut off at the last second. Now it's brought the other way by Dumoulin. That shot blocked. Clifton will elevate it. That's gloved, though, and kept alive by Jankowski. One back by the Bruins. Here's Bjork. Bjork has it stolen. Angelo's shot. Fended off by the netminder Vladar. This puck picked up by Zaboral. Moved out to center. Chris Letang back to it. And in comes Ritchie. And it looks like offsides is called. More chippiness between the two sides. This time it was Angelo involved for Pittsburgh. 14-17 to play in regulation now. Bruins fans, fortunate enough to be in attendance for this one, certainly enjoying their time. You'd love to see real-life fans back in the seats. It's good to see. Draw one by Pittsburgh. Here's Chris Letang. Letang with Frederick on his heels. Takes a fall, but doesn't have it lost originally. It's wound in by Frederick. Nice stop by Lauzon, but it got away from him. Here's a 2-on-1. Pittsburgh for goal number 3. Sent wide of the goal by Sidney Crosby. Finally a shot for Crosby tonight. Now Rust seeking Getzel, but could not get it to him. Now here's Charlie McAvoy for the Bruins. McAvoy for Frederick. Shot from way out. And that's gloved by DeSmith. He will hold on for the save. 2-0. Penguins still on top. Time running out for Boston. 13.5 to play in regulation. I'm back with more after this break. All right, sorry about that, folks. I am back. Bruins down by 2 as we resume play, and Grzelcyk takes a puck to the helmet, it appears, right out of the commercial break. And he will slowly exit the ice with the help of the athletic trainers. My goodness. Yeah, the Bruins have had some bad luck on defense tonight. Brennan Carlo left with an injury. We saw a quick scare with McAvoy. Could have been serious, but luckily he is back out there in this third period. And then, yeah, Grzelcyk just taking a puck right to the face. You hate to see that. 13:24 to go as the Bruins win the draw. I just realized it said second intermission the whole time here in the third. I apologize, folks. You guys probably figured out that it's no longer the second intermission. I'll fix that right now. There we go. All right, it's the third period, in case you didn't know. McAvoy to the left wing. That shot turned aside by DeSmith. This is cleared to center. Here's Zaboral. He finds McAvoy. McAvoy goes down. Zaboral helps out in the far corner. Now it's brought ahead by David Pastrnak. Pastrnak gaining the line. Pastrnak holding the puck. Firing. That goes wide. Off the end boards. Ritchie took a swing and a miss. Krejci takes a hit. Now a battle for the puck along the end boards. Here's Krejci. In the corner, Krejci feeds it across. This is Connor Clifton now. Clifton behind the goal. Over to Pastrnak. Pasternak's pass, though, picked off by Chris Letang. It's brought the other way by the Penguins. Back to it for Boston is Jeremy Lauzon. And that puck is flipped on target. Snatched out of the air and held onto by DeSmith. Under 12 minutes remain. In a game where the Bruins have yet to score, they trail by 2. Thanks, everybody, for stopping by tonight. Hope you guys are enjoying. As a Bruins fan, myself, I'm not enjoying it that much. If they can get a goal soon, though, that would certainly make things interesting. Good-looking pass all the way through, though, from McAvoy. And now the Penguins into the offensive zone. Tapped around by Getzel. Back to the other side. At the right point, it's Ceci. To the high slot with Matheson. Matheson's pass deflects into the far corner. Picked up by Grzelcyk. Here is McAvoy. McAvoy through the neutral zone. Now down the right wing, it's Craig Smith. Matheson wins the puck. Bjork keeps it alive. Up the boards. One back, though, by the Penguins. 11 minutes to play in the third period. It's Pittsburgh 2-0 up at TD Garden. First of 2 meetings in a row between these two sides as Coyle drives one in. The slap shot smothered by DeSmith, who's had a solid night thus far. Yeah, DeSmith's an interesting story. He had a lot of personal issues off the ice in college. He played for a New England school, but believe it or not, another one, the University of New Hampshire from 2011 to 14. But he did have some issues off the ice that were affecting him. But he straightened his life out and now doing well with the Penguins. Here comes the face-off to the left of DeSmith. Pittsburgh clear it down ice. That's retrieved by Zaboral. Here's Zaboral through center. Couldn't connect with Zach Senyshyn. And in the far corner, it's possessed by Pittsburgh's John Marino. Here's Zaboral for the Bruins. Now it's Lauzon collecting down the right wing. Lauzon loses possession. And it's flipped ahead by Tanev. Nice pass. The one-timer went wide. Chance there at the back door for Frederick Gaudreau. Gaudreau in pursuit. Now behind the Boston goal. It's held here by Aston Reese. And now here's a drive. Making the save was Vladar. Rebound in front. Pittsburgh still in the offensive zone. Finally, it's snatched away and brought through center by Krejci, who will dump it in. Pasternak's on the chase. Here is Krejci. His pass blocked. McAvoy there. Delayed offsides. And now it's tapped ahead the other way by Crosby. Crosby finds Getzel. Getzel in the far corner. Will swing it around for Crosby on the near side. That's kept in the angled pass, but now Boston clear to the neutral zone. Ritchie back to Zaboral. 9 minutes to play. The Bruins trailing 2-0. Oh, look at this. A bad giveaway. Getzel with a chance. The puck redirected, and somehow Vladar kept it out. Here comes Bergeron. Bergeron with the entry. Down the right wing. Nice pass. They score! The Bruins cut the lead in half and have finally gone on the board. It's Bergeron to Marchand. The one-time finish. And with 8:46 to play, it's 2-1 Pittsburgh. The Bruins right back into the game. Well, finally that goal has come from Boston that they've long been looking for. Great setup by Bergeron. The pass was slightly deflected, but still made its way through to Marchand. And the top line produces for Boston as Marchand absolutely roofed the shot. 2-1, game on at TD Garden. How about that? Just under 9 minutes to play, and all of a sudden, the Bruins have a belief. Can they ride this wave of momentum? Marchand lost the handle. And a penalty will be called against Pittsburgh. Marchand having some words with Jason Zucker, and maybe a bit more than that. The referees taking control of the situation. I do believe a penalty has been assessed for Pittsburgh. It looks like it's Boston to the power play next. 8.5 to play. 2-1 Pittsburgh. Game on at TD Garden. All right, welcome back, everybody. Look at the Bruins schedule ahead. They'll play Pittsburgh on Saturday at 1. Monday, they'll host Philadelphia at 7. Tuesday, they'll be at Philadelphia same time. Thursday of next week at Washington at 7. April 10th at Philadelphia, a 2 o'clock game. And then on the 11th, they'll host Washington at 7. So a lot of games coming up are at home. as we resume play, and that puck lifted out of play. By the way, there was no penalty assessed to Pittsburgh. I thought there was, but it was just a puck played by a high stick. That's why play was halted. No penalty was assessed, so I apologize for that. 8:21 to play in the third, a 2-1 game. Face off here at center ice. So we get down to the final stretch of regulation. Can the Bruins grab a late equalizer? Anton Blee drives in a shot. Dealt with by DeSmith. Marchand's goal, by the way, is 14th of the season. It was Bergeron and Zabora with the assists. Blee battling for the puck down low. Taken by Crosby. Crosby in the neutral zone, and that's stopped by Clifton. Clifton couldn't connect with Frederick. These two teams face off again Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time in a matinee. Craig Smith ahead for Bergeron. One back by the Penguins. Here is McAvoy. McAvoy finds Smith. Now Marchand to the left point. That shot goes wide off the end board. Smith in a battle for it. And Boston keep it. Although Grzelcyk has it stolen. And now it'll be tapped in by Brian Rust as Pittsburgh make a change. The shots on goal now in favor of Boston, 24-19, yet they trail by a goal. But they certainly have the momentum on their side after finally getting on the board minutes ago. But here's a chance for the Penguins, and they've recaptured a 2-goal lead completely against the run of play. It's Sam Lafferty who makes it 3-1 with it was Jason Zucker who makes it 3-1 with 6:53 to play, and that is a gut punch for Boston. Pastrnak just losing it in the neutral zone, and in the blink of an eye, Pittsburgh taking it the other way. Nice setup on a 2-on-1, and it was a tap-in at the back post. Easy goal for Zucker. 3-1 Pittsburgh, and the reaction from the Bruins player says it all. That's a bad time to give up a third goal, especially when you thought they had the momentum. So 3-1, and the Bruins face a 2-goal deficit once again with just under 7 minutes remaining. On the puck here is Jared McCann. McCann to the left wing. That shot saved by the right pad of Vladar. And now Jared McCann will swing it around to the far side. Clifton gains possession of the puck. It's one back by Zucker. Pass into the slot, and it's stripped away by Senyshyn. Bruins need to play with some urgency at this point. Trailing by 2, 6 minutes to go. Coyle with the entry. Coyle taps it back. Now across the line for McAvoy. McAvoy into the slot. The redirection just wide. That was a golden chance for Boston as the puck deflects up and out of play for a stoppage in the action. Well, the Bruins with more shots on goal, yet they trail by 2. They haven't been able to take advantage of all their chances. And that's proved to be costly. They trail by 2. Just over 6 minutes remain. And they've got to get that second goal sooner rather than later if they want to have a chance of possibly forcing this game to overtime. The puck loose in the slot. It's eventually sent away by Pittsburgh. It'll be retrieved in the Boston zone by McAvoy. Played all the way down behind the Pittsburgh net. It's picked up by Cody Ceci. Bit of pressure from Boston. McAvoy couldn't hold on. Now it's out to the neutral zone. Brought in to the Boston zone by Brian Rust, and Crosby holds. Plays it down low. That last Pittsburgh goal was the 5th of the season for Zucker. Rodriguez and Pettersson with the assists. Here is Pettersson. Cross the line. Matheson, rather, for CC. And now a one-time shot from the left circle, just wide of the target by Jake Getzel. Now here's Craig Smith for the Bruins. And this pass is all the way through to DeSmith, who covers up for the save. 5:02 remains at TD Garden. It's Pittsburgh 3, Boston 1. This faceoff will be to the left of DeSmith. Krejci against Gaudreau. It is won by Boston. We're into the final 5 minutes. Boston down by 2. Chasing this puck down for the Penguins is Brandon Tanev. Now down low. It's sent up to the right point. One-timer not put on net. And Vladar will control it behind the Boston goal. Here's Krejci through center. Bruins lose it. Now the other way. On the chase is McCann. 4.5 to play in this one. Ritchie to Krejci. Krejci, cross ice. Could not be kept in the offensive zone. As the Bruins will tag up. And Pittsburgh will look for a clinching goal. 4 minutes remain. Along the end boards, the puck fought for. McAvoy comes away with it. Now it's poked loose to Anton Bleed. Bleed pushed off the puck. That got by Kuhlman, but now in comes McAvoy. McAvoy weaving through. Backhand effort blocked in front. Penguins managed to clear, although that's stopped with the right hand of Frederick. Bruins re-enter. This is swung around to the near side. Bleed comes in for the Bruins. With the touch for Pittsburgh. Behind the goal is John Marino. 3:30 to play in the third period. Bruins trailing by 2 as Pittsburgh clear it out. This will be retrieved by Charlie McAvoy. And that pass deflects over the glass. And out of play. 3:09 to go. 3-1. Penguins on top. The action continues after this. Final minutes of regulation. Can the Bruins come back? Stay tuned and you'll find out. All right, welcome back, everybody. For those of you just tuning in, a quick game summary for you. Aston Reese, Matheson, and Zucker with the 3 goals for Pittsburgh. 6 other players with 1 assist each for the Penguins. Scoring for the Bruins earlier on in period 3 was Brad Marchand. But shortly after that, the Penguins would reclaim a 2-goal lead as Zucker's goal would put them up by 2, and Dan Vladar is out of the net for Boston, an extra skater on the ice with 3:09 to play, and the Bruins trailing by 2 goals. Here we go. Chance for McAvoy. Rebound loose. The puck somehow didn't go in. Save made by DeSmith, and the rebound went wide. Here's Ritchie with a chance. Feeds it in front, and it's eventually covered up. Krejci was at the doorstep. But that second goal is still what the Bruins are looking for. Wow. One extra skater for the Bruins paying off immediately in the offensive zone. Multiple chances. Just trying to jam that puck across the line. 2:54 now to play. Boston win the draw. Here's McAvoy across the line. One-timer blocked in the slot. Now it's on the right wing with Marchand. Marchand across ice pass. This is held. Now back to Marchand on the right wing. Closing in. It's a glove save. Short side by DeSmith. And he holds on. Marchand was going short side high there. Solid save by DeSmith. Had it covered all the way. Face off here to the left of DeSmith. Won by Boston. Here's Marchand. Wraparound shot. Bergeron has his effort blocked. Bergeron, another chance. That one zips just wide of the goal and escapes the zone out to center. Retrieved by McAvoy. McAvoy finds Marchand. And now Crosby trying to kick it away. Eventually Letang gets it ahead to Getzel. Getzel into the empty net. And just like that, this game is put away by the Pittsburgh Penguins. 2:09 to play, and Jake Getzel's goal makes it 4-1. And the Penguins will come away with 2 points tonight at TD Garden. Well, once Pittsburgh were able to clear the zone, it was a rather routine finish for Getzel into the empty net. And so 4-1 the score. Vladar back in his net. And Pittsburgh on their way to a victory, a big victory. And so here we go into the final 2 minutes. A 3-goal lead for the Penguins, their largest lead of the night. Cody Ceci fires one on Vladar. He makes the save, leaves it for the oncoming Connor Clifton. Well, Pittsburgh will grab their 5th consecutive win. Here's Frederick. Pass out in front, no one there for Boston. And there to clear it is Aston Reese. Under 90 seconds remaining. Here's Lauzon with the puck. Now Connor Clifton. Play halted here. What do we have with 1:16 to play? Jankowski and Bjork both exchanging words in front of the benches. I think there might have been there was a penalty. Okay. Yep. So Jankowski heading to the box. Boston will have their second power play of the night. Although it's too late now. 76 seconds to play. Bruins trailing by 3. I don't know about that call. Questionable. Once again, the Bruins bring Vladar to the bench, an empty net once again. And with the Bruins being on the power play, it'll be a 6-on-4. Boston 0 for 1 tonight on the power play. Didn't have a single shot on their first power play of the night. Here's Marchand with a drive. That's saved by DeSmith. Now Marchand finds Ritchie in the near corner. Back it goes to Marchand at the goal line. His pass through to Bergeron. But that couldn't get through, and a shot towards the empty net, just wide of the right post. And it'll be retrieved by Matt Grzelcyk. Ahead for Marchand. Centering pass all the way through. Now it's Bergeron on the puck. Down to Ritchie. Now Pastrnak. Back to Ritchie. Ritchie finds Marchand. Marchand to the right point. Grzelcyk into the slot. Marchand in the right circle. Grzelcyk. Krejci feeds it down low. Here's the pass played behind Marchand. Grzelcyk picks it up. Bergeron with the one-timer. That's fired wide. 20 seconds remain in this game. Bruins trailing by 3. Marchand once more. Grzelcyk across the crease. It took a deflection. Pastrnak controls. Zip to the right wing. Marchand's drive, saved by the glove of DeSmith. And now he covers up with 5.1 seconds to play. Well, DeSmith's made some big saves tonight for Pittsburgh. And it looks like he'll end the night only allowing one goal. 4-1. Pittsburgh going to come away victorious. Here's the face-off to the left of DeSmith. Maybe the Bruins can get one more shot. No, they won't. Face-off won by Pittsburgh, controlled by Dumoulin, and time runs out. That is all she wrote at TD Garden. Another disappointing performance from Boston. Casey DeSmith notches 30 saves on the night, and the Pittsburgh Penguins reign victorious by a final score of 4-1. The frustration continues for the Boston Bruins as the Penguins win it by 3. What a performance by DeSmith, and all the Bruins can do now is look ahead to the rematch with Pittsburgh on Saturday afternoon, where they'll look for revenge. That will do it. I'm Samuel Reese signing off, saying so long. I'll see you tomorrow night for the NCAA Women's Basketball Final Four. I'll be on for the second semifinal, UConn versus Arizona. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to calling Paige Beckers for the first time. See you then.